Good morning. It's me, Pearl, from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned In Tarot, and we are here to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine energies inside of ourselves, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others, in our external environment. And if we want our situation to change, we have to shift and change within and change our perspective. And it's fun. I swear. It's like a roller coaster. But we're learning lots, aren't we? The energy is really interesting today. I had to do 2 readings this morning, which is great. Keep them coming. If you would like a personal reading, please hit me up at pearlsprayers.com. You can see all the information below for all the things. And I do really appreciate when you click like. It only takes a second. When you subscribe and when you share to help grow my channel. So, the readings I had to do this morning were really good. And the energy felt good. And there's like a lot of growth, I think, showing in the collective. And I think it's really lovely. So today we're going to remove obstacles for you. Whatever is holding you back from doing something you really want to do or you love to do, from, letting go of something so that you can move on, from coming into union with someone, all of those things. And we look at it through the lens of the masculine side of self and the feminine side of self. And when you come here, you might want to know information about a specific person. And you can gain insight about your relationship with that person through your awareness of the state of your own energy, because you yourself are this balance, and they will reflect some kind of balance back to you, or their own balance back to you. And it might be a match or not a match, right? So we'll start today with the divine feminine side of self. But before we get there, let's first just take a moment to bring to mind one of the reasons that you came here, one of the biggest reasons that you came here. Typically, we come to a tarot reading because we want information when there's a period of no communication, or when there is stagnancy or no movement in our lives and we're feeling like we don't understand why and we want answers about it. There's usually some kind of real deep desire that once we get this information, it will help us feel better. There's something that we want to feel better about, or we think is going to make us feel better. And I just want you to bring that to mind. Like, what would make you feel better after you get up and you're like, I listened to this reading and now I feel like this is what I wanted to hear. So just think of that for a moment. Whatever that thing is, this is what you actually need. That is what you think you need that will make you feel better. But this is what will actually make you feel better. Okay, very interesting message. First, we're getting the free associate card. So I don't want to tell you what's on these cards before I show you these 2 cards and just give you the chance to freely associate. Whatever comes to your mind, and don't overthink it too much, just whatever pops into your mind when you look at this image. If there's a story that comes to you, if there's something that you're specifically called to, a symbol or an image, just hold that in your mind. And then do the same thing for this card. So I'm going to do that. I know this card, but I'm going to do that first. Whenever I see this card, my eyes are typically drawn first to the giraffes, and I think of a relationship. And then I typically see the wolf, so someone that's by themselves. The fish, which I feel like is like a dream or an idea, something that they would really like, they're imagining. And I see obstacles here. And then this time I actually noticed this little village or this community, which I didn't notice before. So each time I see this card, like something new pops out to me so there's something here about community or something that's standing out for me today. So that I'm getting this story that has to do with moving from an independent energy of the lone wolf into an energy of embracing the importance of this community, working together, being in a family. That's really sticking out for me today. And then, of course, my eye was immediately drawn to this butterfly, and also this 6-petaled flower, 6 being lovers, reciprocity, bliss, nostalgia, movement, learning lessons from struggle and strife, and victory and success, all the different cards that have 6 associated with them. And then this butterfly for me is always about transformation. I find this interesting. I'm thinking of the waters are muddied. Something's not perfectly clear. That's standing out to me. So now I'll give you what these cards actually say. We're getting the 10 of Pentacles, which is like everything you want, your wealth, abundance, prosperity. So the universe is saying you whatever you came here, this is what you actually need. Allow the first thing that comes to your mind without self-censorship to bestow a vision upon you. So for me, this is always about being inspired and not over analyzing things too much. And then this card says pause. Accept that you must wait and prepare for developments to reach the next stage. Acceptance. What you think you need is this right now. And the universe is saying what you actually need is to accept that you must wait and prepare for developments to reach the next stage. Ooh, my ego does not like to hear that. Let's find out why, shall we? Good morning, universe. I wonder if it's got to do with divine timing. Okay. So we're going to start with the divine feminine. And I'm just laughing because now that I'm looking at her heart space, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing here. So we're going to remove her obstacle, which has to do with waiting. And I would guess that one of the ways to remove this obstacle is to accept that you have to wait and prepare for something. Okay. What divine feminine's general energy surrounding the block is. I love this card coming up here with that card coming out there, like universe already being like on it. The Fool in reverse in the headspace, overly cautious divine feminine, and the Three of Wands in the heart space, which is faith. And you have faith because you can see the ships coming in, right? You've made a wish and it's going to come true. And this not being able to take the leap is really frustrating for you, I feel. But it's interesting because today I'm feeling a lightness about this. We even have a little fairy here, which is like a light energy, right? I'm feeling this energy that's much more, and the Fool in this deck is a little child. So there's this awareness that the weight that is here is for development. And the feminine, I think, is starting to become aware of how much mastery she's achieved and how that has influenced her ability to create things in the world and to carve out a space for herself and her passions and her desires, and how beneficial it has been. And because she can't deny that, there is a more of a lightness about the weight. Like, you know, I feel like there are times when I would have gotten this right here, which is like, here's all your shit, but you got to accept that you got to prepare for it. I would have just been like raging. And energetically, I don't feel the feminine there. I feel her much more open, that third eye open to being like, oh, I have to enjoy the process of preparation. If I am enjoying myself, then it goes quickly. I just did in my personal reading today. I said, imagine the months that that go between Halloween and Christmas. Good morning, Mary Catherine. That time, right? From that, your head spins. By the time that's over and you're at New Year's, you're like, what the fuck just happened there? Like, and back, around Halloween, you thought you were going to have all this time to plan the things you needed to do for the events that you needed to go to. And then it seemed like it was a long way off, like maybe you had some kind of idea like, oh, I'm going to come into union in the new year. And so that seemed like a really far, but then it just went so quickly because all these events took place. And you're like, what? It's this day already. It's this day already. It's this day already. So think about that, right? I think there is an element there of understanding that when you are in anticipation of, there we go. I can get the words out today. Something you truly desire that is coming. Christmas is going to be there. It's on the 25th every year. Are you anxious in October that it's not going to happen? No, you're embracing actually that it's going to happen sooner than you think, and you got a bunch of shit to do. There's this beginning of the month feeling in November where you're like, I got a lot of time to plan for the events that are coming up. And then you hit like the second week of November and you're like, shit, I have to do this, and this. When am I going to have time to do that? Right? And you accept that preparation time. You're not like, God damn it, why do I have to prepare for Christmas? It'll never come, right? So I feel that coming from the feminine right now. She's excited because she knows it's inevitable. But what is the obstacle that's surrounding this energy? The Lovers upright, in reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh. Not quite believing in it, that I think that the person or even herself, that she has the commitment that it takes to do the thing that she wants to do. And there's many feminines here who are ready to commit in marriage. And anytime I say like, you might have issues with commitment for feminine, she's like, what do you mean? I don't want a lot of other relationships. I want to be in one relationship. Well, that's great. How committed are you to any of the other things in your life? And you're like, well, what does that have to do with anything? And you're like, it has everything to do with everything. Because if you're only committed to being in a relationship, that's the center of your life. If a relationship is the center of your life and it ends, you lose everything. If you're committed to your passions and your desires, no one can take that from you but you. Your passions and your like the things that you want to create in this world, when you're doing that yourself, then no one can take that from you. And that's how it's supposed to be for both of you. And then when you have all the things that you desire, that you give to yourself, and your relationship comes in, and that person does that, neither one of you severely depends upon the other for their life to maintain life. There will be times where there will be enmeshment. There will be times when there will be healthy codependency. But it will not be a situation where your person feels that you overmother them because you don't have anything else to do. So this is the obstacle here. Making the commitments that you are making to have the best life that you can have now that you give to yourself. That makes you one of the strongest candidates, when a masculine energy is making a decision about what direction they want to go in, and they know because they have learned what really makes them happy or what really does not make them happy, I guarantee you the path that feels more autonomous, where they're not going to have somebody checking their text messages and, you know, rolling up on them at their studio to see what they're doing in the middle of the day without announcement kind of stuff, and just be doing their shit, which they're so passionate and interested in, that also the masculine energy doesn't feel like insecure that she's off doing something else with someone else, because she's so dedicated, devoted to this beautiful life she's created for herself. And that's so important to her. And she doesn't feel like she gives her sexual energy away to anything except for the things she's creating in the world. Security on both sides of the self in this situation. So the obstacle, there it is. It's going to be a long one. I got to go quicker. We're at 16 minutes. We only got through this. Oh my God. All right, let's go. Where did this block originate? Oh, I can't make it up. I'm going to make a song on my next album called I Can't Make It Up. So I have an actual melody to sing that isn't ugly whenever I do this for you. King of Cups, who doesn't say shit, and the Devil in reverse, which is releasing this tendency to partner with masculine energy that is very withholding of their feelings. They're very sensitive, overly sensitive. So this could be in the process of releasing a former partner who was really not communicative, even though they may have seemed like a good person, and sort of kind of understanding that they really were more of a lesson for you. This block came up of being afraid now of committing to any other energy on the off chance that they were hiding this kind of stuff, because you realized that this person was hiding that they weren't committed to you. They were saying, I want to be a husband. I want to be, you know, your protector and provider. And then you found out, no, you don't. Because newsflash, I don't plan on having a husband who has a bunch of other bitches around. Not into it. Unless you're into that, unless you want to do polyamory. Are you cool with me having other energy? Oh, you're not? Because you're so that they actually have this shadowy or this dark side. How is this currently manifesting in the 3D? Oh my God. Oh my God. The 7 of Cups upright and the Lovers in reverse. You're not picking any of your options, or you're not, you're confused about who to pick. You are confused about what relationships to get in. Notice these are two somewhat feminine energies here. You could be, if you're really afraid of the masculine energy, you might even be looking to be with another more feminine energy, and this doesn't have to be gender. This can be, you're looking for somebody that's like less aggressive or less in their toxic masculinity and is more in tune or in touch with their inner divine feminine, so that they are safer and more reflective of you, because you have more of a balance within you. So you're kind of confused about love and about how to go forward. And, that's why you're a little patient, because you're like, I don't want to accept any other situations that aren't truly my soulmate. Like, I've embraced that. Other people, they just want to be in relationships, and they're just going to go get in relationships. And sometimes I wish I could be like that, but I know deep down I can't do that. I know that I really have to suss out who is my person, because it is so important to me that I get to be my authentic self with someone else who feels the same autonomy and still feel trust and hear communication and feel loved and nurtured and valued. What will remove it, this block? The King of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse. And this is my like little Peter Pan energy card, you know, very childish. Peter Pan's inspiring. Peter Pan inspires us to be imaginative and creative. He teaches us to fly. He liberates us from the dark, rigid structure, and the loneliness that those, you know, think about the children felt lonely when their parents were gone. They is a really interesting kind of an energy Peter Pan has, but in the end, it ends up being uncomfortable for Wendy to be in Peter Pan's environment. She's like, you can't always be like that. And then this King of Wands in reverse is just you will remove this obstacle of this fear of this kind of inconsistent energy, this like player energy or whatever, by not taking action towards energy that you know is like this, right? Lovely, inspiring, you know, just exciting energy that's going to get you out of your the rigid part of your life, but you know that person doesn't really want to grow up, right? It's clear they're non-monogamous. Like they've maybe even told you this. So when you get this type of an energy, just not taking action towards it is really going to help you. Now, in terms of manifesting your own desires, this is stop being in Never Never Land and stop not taking action. You can't just stay in Never Never Land. You have to be more practical. You're afraid to take action because you're in Never Never Land and you don't really know what's going on, and you know that. So when you're like, I don't really know how much money I have at the moment because I'm afraid of the reality of how little there is there. So I'm not going to go look at my bank balance today because I don't want to pretend that I'm fine. But you know that you're not, which creates this disconnect. There's a balance between having Peter Pan who also takes action. And if you want this kind of energy that's inspired and playful and energetic and curious and ready to go out there and pioneering and visionary and reliable with like strength of their vision, well, then you can't be sleeping on your own passions. You have to take action yourself. This immediately removes this block. And if you feel resistance coming up, then you have right now a perspective on your masculine. What is it the resistance is coming for with you? Is it like, fuck, the thing I want to do is huge and overwhelming, and I don't know if I can be committed to it because I have to do all these things that are hard to do. And like right now, I don't feel that much energy because I really want a relationship, and like I feel like lonely sometimes, and like that kind of makes me sad. And so then I feel unmotivated, and I kind of give into some of these things that sort of make me feel numb. So I'm not tuning into that, because if I blame myself, I can hear all these judgmental voices from when I was a kid. And then that's how you're a reflection, because you're masculine. When your masculine thinks about what he desires more than anything in the world, he imagines all the things he has to do to become this kind of a guy when he feels like this kind of a kid, right? Now you have compassion rather than resistance to your masculine's resistance. Now you understand how seriously he's taking this, how important it is to him, which is why he's being a perfectionist with it. How scared he is that he might not be able to accomplish it, or he might look silly doing it. Good morning, Christina. Now you have perspective on his fears and anxieties because you share them. So you have to take action, my love, towards what you want to do or be or have. How is this block? Oh, no, that's not what we are on. We are on who or what should I release from my past to move on? The Three of Cups in the headspace, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit in the heart space. So in the past, I think you have used celebration. This can be alcohol, overindulging in foods and beverages, having a lot of connections, like shallow connections, moving on to another third party out of fear of commitment. Remember, the person you're focused on is a balance of this energy. So they have been moving on, running away from the feminine. There's a skeleton in this boat because they fear. They actually fear healing, the healing that comes from the star, but they fear being alone. So they seek out third-party energy. So this is happening for you. And I often say, and I just did a twin flame dynamics video on TikTok the other day, that the third party in a relationship for a person who doesn't have a third party, when you're like, I don't have someone else besides my person. Well, your person is a third party because within you, there is the masculine and feminine. And if you focus on anything externally, that becomes something outside of the self. So the focus on the masculine energy, if you have been focused on one person, is the third party. And so you might not have been willing to move on, and you've stayed in hermit energy from the potential of a reunion with someone from your past. This is what has, this is what you have to release from your past to move on. So this behavior you have to release. This could also be that when you learned about a third party energy, when you were on your own and you found out that the masculine was engaging in third party energy, that made you want to retreat because we're dealing with somebody who, found out secrets or something about some kind of karmic stuff that was going on. So it could be like that. Whatever this is, you got to let it go. This is what you have to release. And you'll know what it is from all the things I just said. In a collective reading, you'll have to kind of suss out for yourself. The only way you can really know if this is a personal reading, which you can book at the description below. What can I learn from this current pause? 7 of Coins and the 9 of Swords in reverse. This is letting go of anxious attachment, because we have a sense that the masculine is tending to his own needs and accepting that you must wait and prepare for developments to reach the next stage. And if you can accept that, what does that mean? You're not afraid. You know Christmas is coming. It's going to come. You're never afraid Christmas isn't going to come. You might be afraid you're not going to get shit ready. before Christmas, the shit done that you need to do. And I apologize to those of you who don't celebrate. Insert event that you're planning for there. I'm just going from my Western cultured Catholic background. But I think everybody who's worked in retail, whether you're religious or not, has that holiday season push, right? What can I look forward to once the obstacle is removed? Bitch, work. The Queen of Pentacles. She's feeling herself. This is my Beyonce card, 100. Whenever I see this card, I hear feeling myself. Feel my like Nicki and Beyonce right there. And we get the Queen of Wands in reverse coming out with the Tower in reverse. So no more is the ego going to resist releasing these past concerns, worries, fears about being alone forever, not reuniting, running away, karmic bullshit. Like I said, wherever you fell in the spectrum that I was describing, no more of this. No more of the ego blocking you from rebuilding because you're unable to release. This energy is going to be gone. When you feel yourself, you are no longer going to be attached to the past. And it's true. It is absolutely true. I can testify to that. It is so much easier to let go of a person when I'm in my power and feel myself. When I'm like, why would I ever wait for you? You've done nothing to tend to my needs. I've done everything I need for myself. So why, on God's green earth that I am standing on, owning and fertilizing and waiting for things to grow and harvesting all by myself, why would I wait for your ass? And it's not from a place of ego. It's from a place of understanding that you have inherent worth that is promised to be reflected back to you. So there's no need to be impatient. Why would you be? You're meeting all your own needs right now. So what do you need another energy to enter into except for just fun? And when you're just waiting for something that's fun, you're pretty lighthearted. When you're waiting for Christmas, you're like, Christmas is great. I'm going to have a bunch of old fashions with my dad and, listen to my brothers and everybody quote all the movies we've ever seen and eat a lot of good food and watch my son open a gift that he's going to be super excited about. I know that's going to happen. So I'm not like sitting here being like, oh my God, it's going to happen. Okay, let's do the Divine Masculine. Hey, that wasn't too bad. It was only 35 minutes. That could have been a lot worse. All right. I was like, girl, you're at 16 minutes. You've only done 4 cards. You better get moving. But it flowed. Okay. So the general energy now in the masculine. This is the masculine side of self, remember, not just a person. Your person may reflect some of this back. And honestly, they probably won't a lot. I think a lot of times people, hi CC Sagittarius, this is a collective reading. I'm about to tell you what the masculine side of yourself, that state is in. So you'll probably get a lot of information from this if you were going to ask some kind of a relationship question. If you want to do a personal reading, you can click the link below, or you can join me live on TikTok on Sunday with Grace Strega for sure, around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to kind of play Russian roulette, you can see if I'll pop up on TikTok during the week because it's sort of unpredictable because of my Pisces rising. But thank you so much for being here, and I hope you get a lot out of this. So was I saying that, the Divine Masculine side of self. Your person will reflect it back to you. I lost my train of thought. That's okay. We're going to go back to the general energy surrounding the masculine side of self. Where is the head space and the heart space? Well, I think it's pretty profound that the devil is in reverse again, right out the gate for these two. And for me, this is the healing truly taking place, having to do with codependency and karmic relationships. And that includes also with jobs and with fixations, obsessions, focusing on reputation. It's all the things that the ego presents, all the misalignment, okay? Because in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, which is a book I've been reading recently, or I've been reading the commentary on the Gospel of Mary Magdalene by it's Jean-Yves Leloup. And there's a part in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene where Christ says, there is no sin, there is only the corrupted imagination. And it's sort of like this misalignment in your thoughts, like your inability to see the light in a way. It's more complex than that, but regardless, the masculine headspace is releasing these distortions, is releasing the ego's hold. And we know that because of the outcome we're getting for the feminine energy. Once the obstacle being removed, it's this ego here that has control. So even like if this ego is out of sorts, then so is this one, right? And there's your reflective energy again. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Now, I just did a reading for somebody, and they also got the Knight of Swords from another deck. It was from the Fountain Tarot, I think. So I'm getting this energy again today. And this is the heart space. So maybe they've been obsessively watching, and they're wanting to come in and communicate swiftly in their integrity. But they're feeling like they're stuck somehow from doing this. Like right now, if they're in the process of releasing this chain, this bond, this relationship or something, even though their heart space is like urging them, like, go communicate, there are maybe pragmatic or practical reasons about the release from a contract, a work contract, like a marriage contract, something that they were in bondage to is making them feel like they're held back. So let's then look at the real obstacle, which is this Justice card in reverse, which to me is illegal judgment that has not been rendered yet, potentially. Something about that. We're going to come back to this card. And the Two of Wands upright, where we see the masculine seeking dominion over his own world, right? So for me, this is also associated with twin flame and, of course, balancing energy of masculine and feminine. This is an Aries energy, so it's fiery, it's bold, there's planning, there's, trying, but also in a way, it's like trying to control things a little too much too, which can make things difficult. It's definitely about needing to get control over his own world or have dominion over it. And then this can also be about something that's kind of unfair. So maybe he feels something about his journey is unfair. This is also about travel too. So he could actually have to physically travel. Maybe there are legal restrictions on travel because of the current environment. While this is a timeless reading, as I'm doing it right now, there is still pandemic restrictions across the globe. So there could be literal, restrictions about travel or movement that are actually preventing him from being able to have dominion. So that's the block right now. So where did this block originate? Oh my God. The Ace of Swords in reverse. This is so interesting. I got this in another reading today. And the Hanged Man upright. So this block originates in, Okay. Not communicating with the feminine, keeping her in suspense, not cutting out somebody who was hanging on to him, failing to have perspective or clarity about what the divine feminine's perspective feels like while she waits, not being honest with himself that he's kept his feelings on hold, by not expressing them, he's like suspended his own feelings. Oh, this is also coming to me with this placement. So the other thing that could be coming up here is that the divine feminine feels waiting for the masculine is really unfair. That's what divine masculine thinks. So divine masculine thinks divine feminine feels like waiting for me is really unfair, waiting for me to clean up my karmic mess or heal, go into my temperance energy, face an addiction, the time it will take. Divine feminine feels that that is unfair. That's why I haven't told her the truth about why I've kept her waiting. Because it's like, if I communicate to you, hi, I need to clean up this mess I made, you're going to think that's unfair. So that's something that's coming through really clearly here. Okay. That makes sense. Then why, how is this currently manifesting in the 3D? Wow. This is also the second time I've seen this card today. The Four of Wands, only it's up right now, and it was in reverse before. Interesting. And the Knight of Pentacles. What's really crazy about this placement, everyone, like I'm utterly, completely shocked. And if the person who I did this reading for is watching it, I bet they're also like, holy shit, because I just did a 3-card spread for someone today. And these cards came out as the first cards. This was in the headspace, and this card was upright in the heart space, and it was in the past placement. And I said to this person that your masculine energy has been he's been withholding material offer because he's been working on his commitment issues, right? Which we talked at length about in the divine feminine side of the spread, right? And then I did 2 other readings. I did another reading, and then I shuffled the deck again, and I just did this reading. And in a completely different placement, this has been turned around upright, and this card is now in reverse. And what I told the person who I did the reading for with her masculine, I said, ideally, I have cold chills. Ideally, what we would like to see is that the masculine has effectively worked on his commitment issues and is no longer withholding from you. So pardon me for being utterly shocked, although and Saffron, you just said this to me yesterday when we had our study hall, our cleaning hall, that was our cleaning hall, that no matter how many times this happens to you, it's always just so like shocking every time. And that's the magic of it, because that is, it's just crazy to me that happened, that it would be just in the same place is nuts. Okay. So because the masculine knows it's unfair to keep you waiting, he's willing to come in and make a commitment to you now. Did you hear what I just said? You should believe that. You should believe that. Yes, Saffron, it's always like the first time. Every time it happens, it's always like the first time. But you should believe that, because then you can accept that you must wait and prepare for developments to reach the next stage, not in the way that we have been waiting in the past with a heaviness of heart, but lighthearted in anticipation, like Christmas. Why? Because it's going to be Christmas, bitch. And we're not talking about timing here. We're talking about gifts, celebration, food, friendships, happiness, all of it, the things that you want in the material. And Lord up in heaven, I believe after this reading, my God. Okay. The next placement What will help remove it? No shit. What will help remove it? Divine Masculine is the star energy, which is revealing secrets, and the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is revealing secrets. This is about things coming to light, things that are hidden. And things that make you feel very vulnerable, because typically the star is a very vulnerable card for the feminine energy. She's also healing, and she's doing that by pouring the unconscious into the material through her wishes that she's making. And then her hope that the wishes come true. I hope that the helicopter keeps pushing. Thank you, helicopter. And her hope that she will see this strategy revealed at some point. This, in the masculine, will help remove this block. The feminine is waiting. This is her dream come true. She's not going to care how unfair the wait was when this bitch isn't waiting anymore. Duh. I wish there was a duh card in the tarot that I could just be like, duh, because like it would come out so much for this position of like outcome. This is obviously what's going to happen. Divine Feminine wants this so bad. Are you kidding me? So what will help remove it is for the masculine to believe in the fulfillment of his wishes and to reveal his feminine side of self, and to reveal that he is actually with this divine feminine energy in the material. All those layers. Who or what should I release from my past to move on? Oh my God. Two of Swords upright and the Page of Cups in reverse, bitch. My indecision about coming forward with my offer, because I feel goofy and awkward and nervous and anxious and scared that the divine feminine is going to, give me a hard no, or it's going to be difficult for me to get past her boundaries. And what that's really is just that I'm trying to just let the universe kind of show me how to do, but that's not really what I'm doing. I'm really just indecisive about going and just being like, okay, I'm just going to do this. So we just need to just say like, okay, I'm just going to do this. So this is what you have to release: the standstill, the indecision, your fears of being awkward or nervous. Or awkward and nervous is adorable. I'm sorry. Like when I realized that was happening with my person, I was like, oh my God. That vulnerability, my attraction level jacked up to 10. It'd be like, made me feel, I'm a Leo, so I was like, of course I'm going to make you nervous. If I didn't make you nervous, I'd be worried. I think that the masculine fears this energy when in fact it's very endearing. And I also think that once he finally makes that decision and breaks that ice, there's ice in this card, it's just going to flow without any concern. You're already matched. There's no problem with that, right? What can I learn from this current pause? Oh my God. I'm sorry. That's really funny. Look, the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant, literally fear of marriage. And look at their his hands are all bound up in this, terrible prison trap of this vow of commitment to, this higher authority now, this potential control that would be over you, the rigidity, the fear of being traditional, being too traditional as well. I can't with that. What's so funny is that what feminine is learning from her current pause is not to be afraid, because of the divine masculine is tending to his fear of commitment. And you saw it here. I just can't with that. So that is hilarious. Okay, so what can I look forward to once this obstacle is removed? Well, it looks like you can finally make a decision to stop juggling third-party energy and also to stop frustrating the divine feminine by not choosing partnership and just leaving her on her own, doing her own work all the time. While she has gained all this strength, now you feel this imbalance, like you can't catch up with her, and that frustrates her so much. And it's just finally choosing to let that go. And if there is someone else, like letting that go of that party and making a decision to prioritize the feminine inside of self. So the emotions and the intuition will have as much validity and importance as our material actions do. So rather than say to yourself, you're lazy, you say to yourself, oh, you needed that time and space to feel into a place where you could be more in tune with your intuition so that you could be prepared to go forward and do the things you need to do. It's a tolerant, balanced, and loving energy. It's also the feminine side of self embracing that she needs to not be so in her feelings and in her desires and in her place of only receiving, and actually get out and start to take action, more balanced in the masculine side of self. I am super happy with this reading. Let us hop into the oracles and do some healing. Okay, Divine Feminine, let's help you remove the obstacle. You have the main archetype that is helping you right now is the healer energy that you are in the light attributes of. So you have a passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. And you have an ability to help transform pain into healing. So this archetype of healing others, this is actually what's helping you remove this obstacle. And this is so true for me that I don't even really need to describe this card anymore. Like, what I'm doing right now is healing my perspective on the divine masculine. And so I have done that through telling you these messages, which I receive from the divine that come through me as a vessel so that I can relay them to you. This is the archetype that's helping you heal this obstacle. Also, repairing your own body, mind, and spirit. And here I'm going to put a plug in for my spiritual nourishment course where I help you do that. So if you're interested in that, click the link below, watch the video, see if it's for you. Because this work that I'm doing is healing me through healing you. So there's something to it. There's something to really paying attention to your body, your mind, and your spirit that allows you to achieve these goals you have. The guardian angel that is going to help you is just your guardian angel, is going to help you with practicing making perfect energy. Now, for me, this is helping you relax perfectionism and embrace practice. Do we call it ritual perfection? No, we call it ritual practice, right? So if I applied, like, I just did an Imbolc ceremony at 2 a.m. It was super charged and intense. It was amazing. And the day before, I was supposed to get paid and I did not. So I was not able to buy pink and white candles and the bouquet of flowers I wanted for my ritual. In the past, I could totally envision my former self telling Ash from the Tuned In Tarot team, who is my sister, coven sister that we do our rituals with, just texting. And she's so understanding, just texting her being like, hey, is it okay if we postpone this, another day just because of this situation? And I want to have this. I want everything to be perfect. I used a purple candle that I had left over from my ceremony in the fall. I wore a bouquet flower dress and I did my magical practice. And all that it is for me to have a physical material experience of a spiritual intention so that I can have a pathway formed in my brain to receive the thing that I'm requesting from the universe, so I can visually create a pathway. My brain now has a memory of this event preserved in time, and ritualized, which is powerful. Did I need to have pink and white candles and a fresh bouquet of flowers to create that magical event? No. So this is what your guardian angel is going to support you with in removing this block. It's going to be a practice. You're going to have to probably practice being safe, practice trusting, practice believing that your person has the intention to commit to you. Rabbit spirit is here to tell you that now is a lucky time. So this is your spirit animal guardian. This is very fertile energy. It is the 49th card in this Colette Baron Reed deck. I want more of her decks. I keep forgetting to look up her other decks because I love what she writes so much. A sunny meadow calls, and rabbit spirit appears to lead you out of your dark warren and into the light so that you can participate in a fertile and beautiful experience. It may seem safe below ground, but the magic happens when you come out and take the risk of being vulnerable and co-creating something new. You are being invited into a new life that you have no experience with, but have no fear. Today is also a time to be fruitful and productive as you enjoy Rabbit Spirit's sunny and prolific energy. At this time, whatever you intend to bring to life will find fertile ground. There are no mistakes, really, when you are co-creating with Spirit. So let new ideas spring to the surface, knowing that now is a lucky time of tremendous possibility. I love that for you. And then we are getting this card, which you got your healer card, and this says healing. And this, for me, without reading the card, which we're going to read the spell work from this card, but excuse me, for this to be in reverse to me is this concept I want you to embrace, that you are not waiting to heal anymore. You are always healing. The reason that you're waiting for your person isn't because of healing. Because what I want you to be doing is accept that you are waiting and preparing for developments to reach the next stage. So I want you to just feel like I am healed and I am always healing and I am simply preparing for the next stage, which is different than I have to wait to get to my person because I still need to heal these wounds. You're not doing that. You're just preparing to be a great partner. And the way that you prepare to be a great partner is by accepting that you're always healing. And so is your person. So let me get the actual spell work from this card. Health issues and chronic pain can take their toll, affecting the way you live your life. Be humble and seek the appropriate help and medication, but allow too the healing energy of the spirit to soothe your discomfort. Investigate the beneficial healing properties of natural remedies by seeking out a qualified herbalist, or gain relief through natural energy healing practices such as Reiki or meditation. Reducing your intake of alcohol, caffeine, and sugar will raise your energetic vibration on all levels. So take sensible steps to ensure the restoration of your health and listen to the signs your body is trying to tell you. I love this because this is preparation. This is reducing, not depriving. Can I clarify that, please? Reduction is not elimination. Reduction is just reducing your intake of something and coming more into balance, right? I've been trying to be thoughtful about that in my current eating habits because it tends to either be feast or famine here, literally. I'm either, really paying attention to my food needs and like making 3 different meals and spending all my energy on food preparation and nourishing myself, or I'm like eating 2 things a day and like crossing my fingers I got enough. There's a balanced way, like there's a middle way. And preparing for that middle way is probably the best thing you could do for yourself right now. Oh, the spell incantation. So if you'd like to do this spell, it says, place aloe vera, Amazonite crystal, and calendula oil in front of you. Light 3 green candles on a Sunday morning during a last quarter moon and say, so if you want to just get into the headspace right now, you can actually write this down and do this actual spell if you want to, but we can also just energetically perform this right now. So just in your mind, place aloe vera. I don't know what an Amazonite crystal looks like, so just pick whatever crystal popped into your head. And calendula oil, again, just imagine an oil, a sacred oil. Light 3 green candles in the morning. So imagine like being in the morning light, okay? Here's the incantation. Disorders to treat, ailments to cure, healing magic doth restore. Aloe vera, widely known, Amazonite, a healing stone. Look deep within, sickness revealed. Anoint with oil, healing sealed. Magic to mend as 3 candles burn. Illness now leave, for health to return. Leaving candles to burn for 3 hours, focus on yourself becoming healed and whole and say, gratefully, I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be. All right. The 3 hours thing, I might just say that like within the next 3 hours, maybe just tune in and ask your body if there is any link, like if there's any message that you aren't interpreting correctly, to have your body show you what the message truly means. Because there is something coming up for me about those that have like symptoms that they don't know where they're from, or they don't know what would help, to actually intuitive ask your own body, you know, what is the cause? How can I affect the a change? So the meanings of this card are: you are a natural healer, and you also got the healer card. Heal using Reiki or crystals. Work with natural healing herbs. Your body craves detoxification. Make that overdue appointment. Ooh, that's for me. And it's time for acceptance, which is also for me. Dang. Okay. Love that message. For those of you that haven't tried the Spiritual Nourishment course out yet, check it out. The information is down below. Okay. Your final theme for the week. Wow. I let you get 2 cards. I don't know. I was feeling generous. And it's funny because that's one of the cards. Your theme for this week is the Ace of Discs, or the Ace of Pentacles. And you're getting generosity and timing. I can't make it up. Okay. You can afford to be generous with the gift of your time and attention. And if you are in the creative flow, you feel everything flowing together in divine order. Do I even need to explain? I don't. This is the wealth and prosperity you're seeking. This is the offer. This is the engagement ring. This is what you bring to the table. This is what you want to see reflected back to you. Look at all the reflection in this card. This is green, abundance, prosperity. And what the universe is telling you is that if you're in the creative flow and you feel everything flowing together in divine order, then you know that you can afford to be generous with your time and attention and allow the masculine to tend to his offer that he's holding in his hand. That's beautiful. That's freaking beautiful, divine feminine. Okay, let's do, where's my other book? Okay, it's there. The Masculine Oracles. Divine Masculine, the archetype that is going to help you remove this obstacle of feeling like having asked the feminine to wait for you is unfair, or needing to wait for some kind of a legal agreement or to travel or whatever the obstacle is. This is the archetype that is assisting you right now, and it is the Messiah archetype, which is serving humanity with humility. This is Harry Potter energy too, the savior complex, but in a good way. Just being humble about the service that you need to do at this time, whether it is to allow for the, whatever kind of legal judgment or karmic cleanup or whatever it is that you're having to, that you feel is unfair. Just understanding that right now, what is in your best interest is to serve humanity with humility. Just be in service right now. You're getting, I literally today when I was shuffling, because I love doing readings for you, but I am really trying to carve down my 2-hour readings here. And because that's a lot of time. And if you want really long, in-depth readings, you probably should book personal ones. But I was saying when I was shuffling the cards, like, just one card, please. And Divine Masculine, you need a lot of help right now. So here's what you're getting. You're getting the Archangel Raphael, Saint Raphael. He is the Archangel of relationships, soulmate, marriage relationships. And in this, and healers as well, healers and healing energy. And in this image, it's saying healthful eating. So this is helping you. Like, this is also to do with like not putting a lot of toxins inside of you. So this can be if you've released an addiction, because we saw this card in reverse, like releasing an addiction to something, or however that works. You are also getting, these are big saints, by the way. You're getting Saint Joan of Arc helping you with being a leader in what it is that you need to do. And you are also getting Saint Cecilia. That is my Catholic confirmation name, because she is the patron saint of musicians. And it's saying play music here too. So Divine Masculine, what's going to help you remove this obstacle is to somehow take the lead in a really creative way. This is also playing and having a good time. I just said in a reading recently that like the work that I do feels like I'm playing with cards. I'm playing with instruments, I'm playing. And the masculine needs to bring that energy. This can be serenading. This can be like, it's like singing what's in your heart too, to the feminine. And this healthful eating card for me, this is more about making healthy choices for yourself, taking the leadership role in this regard in whatever situation you're in, because you're serving humanity with humility, right? But this is the support you're getting to do this right now. And it's almost telling me like, as you engage in taking care of yourself, you are able to take the action to be the leader you need to be, to actually play the music rather than just listen to it. You're getting a protection message today from Eagle Spirit, which is interesting if you think about somebody who is worried about commitment issues or who is in bondage in some way, because the eagle represents freedom. But this card says Spirit has your back. So let's see what the protection message is for you from this. Now, these animal spirits, by the way, are the spirits that are going to assist you in removing this obstacle. Oh, yeah. If you are walking awkwardly and feeling embarrassed, which is what I said about, remember when I talked, if you've been here the whole time, we talked about what the masculine needed to release. It was his indecisiveness about coming forward because he felt awkward and nervous, right? Okay, I love that. If you are walking awkwardly and feeling embarrassed, Eagle Spirit is here to tell you that is only because right now you are meant to fly. Soar over the troubles that have you feeling scared and alone and see the big picture, yet retain your eagle eye for the details that help you claim your wisdom and courage. Or perhaps you are making yourself small for the sake of getting others to accept you. Now is not the time to be vulnerable and dependent. For you have the wings to fly on your own, and you need to do that at this time. There is no need to huddle in a shelter or even to seek out a flock to support you. For Eagle Spirit says you have tremendous wisdom and courage within. Let it arise so that you might soar proudly with the angels serving as the wind beneath your wings. From these heights, you can make the best and most powerful choices for the highest good of all. That's a beautiful spirit that's going to help you so much with this problem. This is what's going to help you release this. This is how beautiful. It doesn't get more beautiful than that. I can't with it. Okay. And then what's even more beautiful, it does get more beautiful than that. What am I saying? It's the confidence card coming up for you, which has these angel wings. We just heard about the wind beneath our wings. We saw the eagle wings. We see these angel wings. You were feeling awkward. What will help you not feel awkward is confidence. And you got Saint Michael the Archangel and Saint Raphael the Archangel. So you've got the big guns, bro. Like, I don't know what you're afraid of when you got this kind of energy having your back right now. This is crazy, right? So let's get your spell work for this confidence card. A lack of confidence is blocking you from living your life to the full. It's about time you trusted in your own gifts and abilities, for self-doubt seems to be running the show. You already know the answers and you understand what's best for all, yet you still keep quiet and seek out the opinion of others. It's time to trust and believe in yourself. Daily positive affirmations will increase your feelings of self-assurance, and in turn, an appreciation of your unique qualities will increase. As new confidence shines forth, you are more readily available to share with the world everything you have to offer with strong conviction. Okay, so here, let's do the same kind of thing for the spell incantation. So we're going to imagine ourselves facing east again in the morning during a full moon phase. We're holding licorice root. I'm just seeing a Twizzler, sorry. And a sunstone crystal. I'm going with the Twizzler, okay? And say, doubts be gone. Choose belief. Licorice root brings relief. Affirmations are the key, inviting positivity. Continue on assertive theme, building up new self-esteem. On solar plexus, place sunstone. Self-assurance now to own. Shining brightly like the sun, exuding confidence and fun. Remind yourself to say daily, I fully believe in myself and have confidence in all I do. Now say, gratefully, I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be. The magical meanings include release all that's knocked your confidence, say positive affirmations daily, put yourself out there, stop comparing yourself to others, turn away from your inner critic. You can do it. OMG! Here is your theme for the week, masculine. The play card. You literally got play music. I talked about playing, and now we have the play card in the reading. And the Nine of Pentacles is about rewarding yourself. It can be about dealing with issues of self-indulgence as well. But in this case, this card is saying our work can and should take on the quality of play, for it is play that stimulates creativity. So if your work right now is to approach the divine feminine, approach this feminine that you are attracted to, that you desire, that is like what you feel is, you know, your reward, then have fun with it. Play. That's why you like each other anyway, because you have fun, right? Because you imagine this life where you frolic together and have a good time. So allow that to be a thing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. What is going on with my hair today? It's looking pretty good, right? Like I'm like I didn't brush it. Like, I'm just like, what is happening? I can't recreate this hairstyle because it's like I tossed and turned all night kind of thing. So good luck, and put my hair sometimes up and sometimes down. There's no way to recreate this ever again. Okay, let's say the next part is for the final part. All right, so we're at the final part of the reading. We are going to close it out with these cards of the oracles for both of you where you are in alignment. And again, thank you so much for being here, for staying for your whole healing. I see you. I love you. I appreciate all the support when you watch these full-length videos. It's actually one of the best ways to support me, because the longer the video on YouTube, apparently, the better the revenue, which, by the way, I think I'm going to have to stop feeling guilty about it and hop onto the monetizing my YouTube channel, because I need consistent cash flow, and that means there will probably be ads soon in my videos, and I apologize for that because I personally hated that. That is why I am now a premium subscriber to YouTube, and they fuck me in the asshole every month with their $22 charge, but it's totally worth it because I couldn't stand the ads. So I apologize very profusely, but my Chiron in Taurus is demanding that lately I tell you that I am creating value, and I have value, and I am worthy of receiving abundance. So bear with me as I monetize my YouTube channel, but also celebrate with me, because I'm at a point now where I understand that my messages are really valued and people do need them. And this is an easy way for those of you that can't financially support me to endure the ads on my channel, is one of the ways you can do that. So I do appreciate that. All right, let us move on. And we will look at what is helping you right now. The two of you are being very much helped in overcoming your individual obstacles through this athlete energy, which is dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, and a development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So I really feel that you're both going to overcome this, because you absolutely are so dedicated, and you have really, really, really developed your strength energy. We saw that card coming out so much recently because it was such a big theme of our healing energy during the Venus retrograde season. Your guardian angel is here to support you in looking deeper within, because when we look deeper, we can find the wounds we need to feel in order to heal them. And you're going to get assistance with this. So this for me is in meditation. When you ask for insight, you're going to receive it, because your guardian angel is actually going to help to bring those things up from your subconscious. If you are willing to go and look at what she looks into. She looks into a reflective pool, right? Narcissus, right, only saw their own face, and then he fell into the water and drowned. And in this case, it's looking past just this mirrored reflection to what is below the surface, right? And that also has a lot to relevance for me in terms of the twin flame saga that we're all privy to in this community. But the idea that if you're focused entirely only on this reflective energy without looking deeper in how you reflect the energy, then you're going to stay stuck. So your guardian angel is going to basically show you how to do this. This is the guardian, the spirit guardian, who's going to help you to overcome the obstacles that you have too. This is dear spirit. Bring a gentle touch. This is the 18 card, which adds up to 9, which is the secret to the universe. Okay, this time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might have found yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal. Be mindful of the words you choose, but do not worry. Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of dear spirit, and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you will be rewarded tenfold. So I want to emphasize that this card isn't telling you to always be like this. It's saying, remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time. But normally this isn't, it's not like you should always put others' needs before yours. But right at this moment, you will be rewarded by that behavior. So if you are in service, put the people that you are in service to, put their needs first right now. And then you will be rewarded for that. Or if this person that you're trying to negotiate with, you're going to have to sort out how this is true for you, because this is collective, but that's definitely striking to me. Do not always do this. This isn't saying like, oh, this is, the most pure and best way to be. This is dear spirit is going to help you right now, because dear spirit does put others' needs first. So they're going to help you at this time to do that in order to get through whatever this little sensitive period is. Okay. Just want to clarify that, because that seems to be pretty important to distinguish. Okay, let's see. Now your spell work is this talent card in reverse. This is the star card for me that's hidden talents, okay? And it says, I can do it. I can do the alphabet. I can. There we go. You were born with great aptitude, but you need to hone your skills to ensure that they're at their best so you can be at your finest. Remember, this is preparation. You may feel the pressure to do well, and sometimes your nerves get the better of you. You've been blessed with a wonderful gift, but don't know how to make the most of your talent. Don't buy into competition. Instead, think like a winner to overcome any limitations. Give it your best shot. This is your chance to shine, to prove yourself. But most importantly, enjoy yourself as you live up to your true potential as a champion. And yes, there has been a lot of creativity in today's reading, Saffron, totally. So I want you to write down your talents on a piece of paper today. But right now in your mind, I want you to just take a minute and write down some of your talents that you can think of in the time right now. Just some things that pop into your mind when you see this talent card. What did you think that you were talented in? Or maybe since it was in reverse, you aren't aware of them yet, but just kind of tune in and see like, what am I really gifted in? So write that down. Then take a clear lidded jar in your mind, put a mint leaf, a bloodstone crystal, and then you'll also need to envision a red candle. And then this is at noon, so the sun is high in the sky. During a first quarter moon phase, you are facing the south and say, oh my gosh, practice, practice, claim the prize, honing talents very wise. Bloodstone helps to calm the nerves. Mint brings about what one deserves. Light a red candle, place in a jar. Burn paper to be a star. Passion stirs to bring about success, big break, or talent scout. Don't waste the gift you've had since birth. You're here to shine across the earth. When the candle has burned down, close the lid to seal in talents and say, gratefully, I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be. I don't know about you, Saffron, but that hit today. Share your talent with others. Practice makes perfect. 2 different decks, same goddamn card. Shine your light, sign up with a talent agency, and go for what makes your heart sing. Boom. Go do this spell. Do this actual spell. This was for the both of you. So go do it. I'm literally going to put the card in here so that I can remember to take a picture of it. Okay. And, oh my God, in heaven up above, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Wow. Wow. Here is what you have to work on this week. My Pisces is just, we've got this Hanged Man and this card of procrastination, bitch. Saffron, we're getting back on the phone after this and doing like more cleaning and study hall, okay? Okay. Stop focusing on your problems and excuses. Take a small step and do something constructive. Actually, Saffron, I'm going to call you on that. You're not procrastinating right now because you are doing something constructive, right? Because you just found out that you need to get your ass in gear. And we're totally going to do that. But you are in Hanged Man energy for one reason and one reason alone. You are both in this energy because you are focusing on your problems and your excuses instead of just taking a small step towards what you desire. So there are a bunch of reasons why it's hard to do what I want to do, and I can tell you all of them in great detail. But the truth is, all of that is made up. None of that is real. It's stories. The only thing that is real is this present moment right now. And even that is quickly fading into the past. So you can either wait for something to happen or accept that the reason you are waiting is because you are preparing for the next stage, which means you have to actually prepare for it. Whenever I think like, I want to be a rock star, I'm like, what do you think Beyonce's schedule is like? Do you think it looks like yours? Bitch, she's a Virgo. Her schedule doesn't look like yours. And I want to be the kind of rock star that has freedom of my personality and my schedule. But I know I would not have as much free time as I do now. Let me tell you something. I would have to go here and there and to do this and the other thing. And I would have a lot more. If I had a lot more financial prosperity right now, I would be a lot more scheduled because I would be taking cars everywhere to do the things I'd like to do every day. But that means that as the prosperity comes in, I'm going to have a lot more responsibility. I'm going to have to schedule myself a lot more. I'm going to have to shift out of this energy of Hanged Man, which I have loved the fuck out of COVID, people. And I don't like all this Sturm and Drang that came from it. But I am super into the ability that I had to suspend myself from the terrible grind that I was in prior to that made no sense for me because it was not an authentic representation of my true gifts and talents. So COVID has been a suspension that has allowed me to grow and change, but it's over. And I don't know that COVID will ever truly be over in my lifetime at this point. But what is over is the idea that I am suspended within it anymore. That time is gone. Now I have to carve out my reality in the present moment. And I can't do that if I'm waiting for something to happen because all I'm carving out is a space to wait, rather than preparing for the holidays to arrive, right? What a great reading. I love an hour and 30 minutes. An hour and 30 minutes I'm comfortable with, which means we are not going to get to the Going General cards. But I'm going to tell you what, I might just start doing once a week a Going General thing for the whole week. And then I might like touch on it like throughout the week and say like, how's that going? Have you, because it just doesn't fit in. And I do think it's an important thing, but it's like, I can't do it. Or maybe I'll do TikTok of it or something. But thank you all for being here. I will see you again on YouTube on Friday for the Release and Rebuild spread. if you would like to see the Tell Me Everything spread that I'm going to do tomorrow, you must become a member by either joining for $3.33 a month or taking the Spiritual Nourishment course, which is self-directed. That includes a year membership. So either one of those things will get you a membership to pearlsprayers.com, and then you will have access to the Tell Me Everything spreads along with the Aquarius season spread I just did on Sunday, if you would like to have a sense of what you're bringing into Aquarius season and what to expect from the energy that you're bringing in. Is that everything? Saturday, there'll be another Tell Me Everything spread. And Sunday, I will be on TikTok Live with Grace Strega. We will answer personal questions for an hour, and then we take it over for another hour to Instagram to do a divine check-in. And you can choose your own personal readings there. So you can get further personal questions answered through those sessions on Sunday. So sometimes those times change. Pay attention to my Instagram stories in order to be up to date. And take care, everybody. Have a great day today. I'm going to take the puppy out, and then I'll probably call you Saffron. Have the best day, everybody.